Most people grew up with a happy little show called Pingu. It was a show that had a clay penguin named Pingu, and it showed his adventures. The characters spoke some sort of penguin language. The original show ran from 1986 to 2000. There was apparently an unreleased episode that was released a year later. I was on my Nintendo Switch playing Super Mario Odyssey. Once I completed the Cap Kingdom, the door knocked 3 times. I then paused the game and went to open the door, and it turned out to be a package. I went to the kitchen, and I grabbed a butcher knife, and it turned out to be a Pingu DVD. The cover consisted of scene from the actual show, where Pingu pulls the rope. The logo's design was on the top of the cover. Some text on the bottom even said that there were deleted scenes. I got confused there. There's deleted scenes? I asked in confusion. I then shrugged it off, thinking that it was just a prank. I then went downstairs to put the game away, and then put into the DVD player with a disc tray. It began with a black screen for about 5 seconds, before it showed the Hit Entertainment logo. When it ended, it only played one preview. The preview was the Free Guy trailer. What? Free Guy was not made by Hit Entertainment, it's made by 20th Century Fox. When the preview ended, it took me to the DVD menu. It consisted of Pingu looking at the screen, while it was on a snow background. The same title was on the top left corner of the screen. There were 4 deleted scenes. The deleted scenes were Pingu's Lost Rabbit, deleted scene, Pingu and the Abominable Snowman, deleted scene, Pingu's Bedtime Shadows, deleted scene, Pingu's Balloon, deleted scene. Those were pretty weird names for some deleted scenes, especially with the one that had Pingu's Bedtime Shadows in it. I then decided to press play all, so that I could watch those deleted scenes. But when I did that, however, a warning came up. It said, "Warning. The following deleted scenes you are about to see contains content which may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised." Crap. I muttered, not prepared for what I was going to watch right now. Here comes the madness. The first deleted scene started. Pingu goes outside to get the rabbit. He tosses it into the air and it lands on the sledge, but as Pingu goes to get it from the sledge, he trips again and knocks the sledge away. The sledge doesn't stop, so Pingu goes after it, following the tracks it has made in the snow. When at last he catches up, he finds that Robbie has now got the rabbit. Robbie won't give it back, and he does to Pingu what Pingu was doing to Ping, keeping the rabbit just out of reach as Pingu tries to get it. When Robbie finally flips it away, Pingu gets angry and pulls out his drum gun. Robbie then starts to scream when he sees the first time. "Oh my god, I never know Pingu did that before," I said to myself. Pingu fires his gun at Robbie while he's screaming. After he shoots his flopper, Robbie cries while he's in pain. Pingu says that to him. The screen cuts to black. I might hear the screams of Robbie and the drum gun sound. The next one is Pingu and the Abominable Snowman. On their way home, Pingu and Ping spot some large footprints that were not made by Pingu. Then they hear crunching in the snow behind them, and I see a familiar character on a huge shadow on the wall. Terrified, Pingu runs away, and Ping covers her eyes and trembles in terror. Then suddenly, it's Ern the Giant Chicken from Family Guy. Ern the Giant Chicken, I asked myself. What is he doing in this show? Ern the Giant Chicken looks at Pingu's face. Ping uncovers her eyes to see him. Ern keeps looking at Ping for 19 seconds. Ern the Giant Chicken rages in a chicken sound from Family Guy and the original soundtrack as well. He charges right up to her. He beats up Ping with his fist. Ping is screaming in pain. After about 9 seconds, she dies. Pingu can be seen hiding behind a wall. When he pokes his head out and sees the death of Ping, Ern the Giant Chicken sees Pingu. Pingu runs away while letting out a blood-curdling scream. After he makes it back to his house, Pingu hides in his room while Ern the Giant Chicken breaks the door open and beats up Pingu's dad and Pingu's mom. After Pingu hears his mom and dad screaming, he begins to cry a little bit. When Ern hears Pingu's cries, he breaks the door open again. He opens the blanket up and finds Pingu. The screen cuts to black. I also hear the crying sound of Pingu from Pingu runs away, the fighting sound, and the giant chicken scream from Family Guy. The next one is Pingu's bedtime shadows. At last, the two young penguins are in bed and drinking their milk. Pingu tries to blow bubbles in his milk, but Mum scowls at him and he gulps it down straight away. Mum kisses them goodnight, puts out the light. Ping is just dozing off when in the light of her night light, she sees the shadow of monster on the wall and is very scared indeed. Seeing Ping trembling with fear, Pingu turns over in bed and is also scared by the shadow, but then realizes that it was being cast by a mask and some other stuff in a basket. Pingu makes a shadow of bird in flight with his wings, and Ping comes over to sit on Pingu's bed to watch. Pingu then makes the shadow of fish, a duck, and a dog. Ping claps from her enjoyment, and Pingu then makes the shadow of an octopus, a bear, and a robot, but it zooms right out the window fast. Then it shows Bowser from Super Mario and Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog. What the? More crossovers. What the heck is going on? I said to myself. Are you ready, Bowser? Dr. Eggman asks. I certainly am, Dr. Eggman, Bowser answers. That reminded me of a Lost THX Tex trailer. Tex and Zerd. They walk to Pingu's house, when Pingu makes the shadow of toy sailing boat, and Ping makes a comeback with a scooter. Bowser and Dr. Eggman break through Pingu's window. Pingu and Ping scream in a blood-curdling tone. You are next, my penguins! Exclamation, says Dr. Eggman. You be turned into penguin meat, says Bowser. Then Dr. Eggman beats Pingu up, and Bowser burns Ping with some fireballs from his mouth, screaming. After Dr. Eggman is done beating Pingu up, and Ping has died from the fire, they run outside. Bowser burns Pingu's house in flames, and Dr. Eggman says, woo hoo hoo hoo. Final. Pingu is dead forever. Eggman takes a photo with Bowser, while it cuts to a photo with Dr. Eggman and Bowser happy with arms on their necks with the words saying, best friends forever, on screen with the remix song playing in the background, Sonic the Hedgehog theme song remix. Is Pingu's balloon. Dad has a try at blowing up Pingu's balloon, but even his manners do not seem to help very much. When Pingu returns, he puts the balloon onto the air of a tire pump and starts to blow the air in. Suddenly Pingu gets carried away and fills the balloon with too much air. Then the balloon flies off and the fire comes out as well, and it's going to burn Pingu's house. That scared the crap out of me. The balloon has gone mad with fire. It burns the toys, food, chairs and table. Suddenly the balloon rams into Ping with fire on her, and she flies along with it right out the front door as Mum walks in. She is still screaming that she got caught on fire, but she gets blown up by the car explosion, and the screen cuts to black. And it took me back to the menu. When my mom and dad came home, I told them what I saw on the Pingu DVD, and they were shocked. I managed to grab a few screenshots before my mom and dad smashed the DVD. The next day, I contacted Nintendo, Seg, 20th Century Fox, and Hi-T Entertainment about the DVD with crossovers and the Free Guy trailer in it. They told me that the one who made it was Clenny Brown, who was the same guy who made Pingu Lost Internship Recreation for Pingu Gets Carried Away. Remember, if you encounter a deleted scenes in it, don't watch it, or you know what's going to happening on this DVD.